You are listening to the Power Hour. You are listening to the Power Hour.
Yeah! J111, the Power Hour in the house. So good to see y'all tonight. It's the exciting episode of J111. Tonight, we're going to be talking about NLP, Neuro Linguistics Programming. We're going to be talking about dark NLP, how NLP can be used to heal so many. But as in the Star Wars Force, like the Jedi use the Force, okay? The Force can be used for such good, but in the wrong hands, like Darth Vader. The Force can be used to destroy. This is a good example of neurolinguistics programming, which I'm certified in. I'm also a certified hypnotherapist, certified NLP practitioner, a certified life coach, and I'm certified in NLP timeline therapy. Now, we can use these practices to heal so many. I can't even tell you how profound this information is and how excited I am to bring to you today. Later on in the show, we're going to be introducing a good friend of mine, actually a client, somebody that I've been using NLP techniques on to help heal major traumas. And he's going to talk about just the small amount of time we've spent together and the humongous difference and change that it's made in his life for the better. And we're going to get into energy work, and we're going to get into tie how hypnosis can heal the planet, and how this is the most profound knowledge in existence as far as I'm concerned, because hurt people hurt people. So what if we could heal that pain? And guess what? Without pain, without drugs. This is going to be an exciting episode. And we got the all-famous, the realest of the realer, Corina for real. She's going to be doing a skit today. She's going to be telling all y'all ladies on what's going on with the domestication of women, cooking a home meal at home. Corina's going to be in the kitchen, doing it up and addressing the culture out there. So we're going to start today with the tarot reading on your person, what's going on, because why not find out? We're going to find out after these messages right here. Stay tuned.
Out on hiphoptv.com on YouTube. Shit is fire. Check out iHipHopTV.com on YouTube.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Lady Luck, and I'm here with the homie Big Wall, and you are now tuned in to Address the Culture, where we're addressing everything in the culture. Keep it locked.
Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk
Young and AZ, man. Stay tuned in, man. We just getting started, man. We addressing the culture.
What are we going to find out today? Well, let me first state, for a little background into my history on tarot cards and tarot card readings. Tarot came to me in a very unique way. We're coming up on the anniversary of one of the most horrific events that somebody could actually think about, go through, and endure, which is the incident that happened to me in March 2019. I was ambushed in my house. I was viciously attacked. My wife was murdered in front of me. We were both shot multiple times with shotguns. The killer's still at large. My wife, Maureen Fiore, rest her soul, passed away that day. I died twice, suffering massive injuries. Unspeakable loss. Loss that it truly is unfathomable. Well, February of 2020, I woke up. Actually, yes, 2021, pardon me. February 2021. I wake up one day and I just start thinking about tarot cards for no reason whatsoever. I just was this weird itch to do it. And I kept thinking about getting a deck. Now, I have no formal training. I have never read, no interest whatsoever in this topic. And I went to go do a guided meditation at a friend's house. And these are absolutely, in a spiritual sense, incredible. And after the meditation, the guide said to me, do you know how to read tarot cards? Are you interested in reading tarot cards? I'm like, I've never read them, but I've been interested in getting a deck. And she says, well, take this deck here. I'm not connecting very well with these cards, and I want you to have them. Maybe you'll connect with them. I said, okay. Well, I took the deck out with no training, no background, no idea what anything meant. And I started to turn the cards over, and I'm like, oh, look, it kind of looks like this, that, this, and that. And my friend says to me, wow, are you reading my cards right now? And I said, well, I don't know. They're like, because that's my exact story. I said, really? That's odd. And I didn't think much of it. So later on that day, I decided to throw a few more cards for somebody else, and the energy was the same. The cards were right. I said, no. So about 20 reads or so in, I still had not been wrong on anybody. So as my development and my evolution of tarot cards began, I started with one deck. Now I have bonded with 22 different decks, and I continue to bond. I can virtually read any tarot deck that's just handed to me. I bond with a relationship with the card, with the artwork, and depending on how it lands is the way I call it. I also have developed many other spiritual techniques, like my wife Maureen. She works with me every single day. She's with me every single day, and she can attach herself to any person, anywhere. I'm talking anyone. And I've done it. And bring back the messages. Transfer them through this wand. Now, mind you, this seems like some serious Harry Potter type stuff. My friends, it is very real. So my wife and I have a very special bond from beyond. I can contact spirits, talk to spirits. I can contact loved ones. I can help break spells and generational curses. All announced to me. I had no idea of any of this just a few months prior. So it's a very unique story, and I will tell you that I am about 95% accurate about 95% of the time. And I can tell you that, well, I scare myself sometimes. It's so spooky accurate. So now I just roll with it. I don't care if I'm right. I don't care if I'm wrong. I just tell it how it is. So I have a few decks that I start with on your person. What are we feeling? Are we feeling the Urban Tarot? I think so. Because you know what? This is why the Urban Tarot is so cool. The Urban Tarot. The artist decided that in normal tarot, it's very fairyland style. It's very kings and queens and fantasy type creatures. This artist decided to do his art in the 21st century modernism for each of all the major arcana and minor arcana. And remember, I don't read what the cards say out of the book. Every spread for every one of my reads is unique to the style. So, now the Urban Tarot is a ruthless deck. If your person's up to something, it's going to find out. So, I asked Momo, we call her Momo, Maureen, will you please go and attach yourself to the energy of set persons that are sharing similar stories? And will you please transfer their energy into this wand so we may read the messages and get a clear and accurate reading? While doing as such, I'll cast protection spells or ask for protection. So I call on Archangel Michael and Mr. JC, Jesus Christ himself, to cast a positive frequency force field with a frequency so high that no negative energies or negative entities are allowed to penetrate or get in, and all must get out. For myself and for anybody out there that resonates with this, or the people that are connected to this, may that same force field of protection be cast upon them. So no negative entities or energies or lower frequency vibrational beings will be allowed. And I can feel Mo coming in with a hot strike. I can feel her right now. I can always feel my arm gets real shaky. And I tap the wand here. Now that energy's transferred into the deck. And I always ask, how many times should I shuffle? And a little voice comes into my head. It's like a little blob, and it screams at me. So how many times should I shuffle? 7 times. 7 times for your person. Here we go. What are they up to? We need to know these things. We need to know. Trust is a big thing. Okay, what do we got? All right. Okay, all right. Somebody's battling within themselves. Now, this card here depicts 2 gentlemen battling each other. See that right there? It's like you can see the baseball game. Somebody's playing games. And it's because of the battle within themselves. So you can see the angry man right there. And he has he's arm wrestling the guy that's just real stone cold. No, boom, not going nowhere. Always fighting. The problem is that that force of fighting is never going to truly take over who you really are. But you can't move forward either because that little froggy little dude is getting in the way. Now, this could also, I've had this pop up for people's partners that were gay, which, of course, there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you're struggling with the idea of it, it's time to stop fighting who you are and just accept it the way it is and go be happy within yourself because you'll never be happy otherwise. But let's keep going. We had 2. This is the 3rd shuffle. What else do we got? The compliment, strife, game playing, because of the struggles within. What else do we got from the Urban Tarot? Here we go. Oh, I scare myself sometimes, y'all. Look at that. The devil. Ain't that interesting? Sure is. See, this devil right here, this devil's the man. He's kind of grimy, right? But there's something about him, about his dirty features and shit. He's just a bad boy, you know, smoke them Marlboros and drives an old Nova and shit. Don't really care about his yard, but don't give a damn. Don't give a shit about what you think. Now, that is interesting how the devil comes right out next to freaking, right, because, and the placement going right next to the strife. That guy, see that with the guy there? The guy, the angry little man, the devil fell right next to him. The devil on your shoulder. Something is sinister. I can tell you right now. You know what I just got the idea of? Whoever this is. Okay. All right. Yeah. Wow. Oh, shit, son. Damn, dude. And then, coincidentally enough, the Hierophant, look, that's the preacher. The preacher for the good Lord, and that's on the other side. Huh? The struggle between good and evil never ends. Look, I'll tell you what, too. The swiftness card, man, something's coming in quick. Is it just this devil, like, oh, the devil seems to be, like, making moves. Making moves, y'all. Damn, I can't even believe I drew that. So your person, whoever this resonates with, you can see, I think that maybe it's been a long time, or just like, God, is the devil, is he, oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh, my God. Damn, dude. Oh, what are we drawing? So, see, we got in the house right here, okay? We got the seduction card. Look at that. Look at that douchebag right there. Just sipping away, womanizing his way away. Right on into the good old sackaroonie. Ha! With that smile of his. Looking all just shit-eating grin. And the lady right there, a couple drinks in. She's like, really? Yeah. Now that guy coming in quick. Strong third-party energy, y'all. This is the cheaters card right here. The reason is because the fireman is going into that blaze alone. Look at that guy. Walking up that ladder by himself. What the hell is a firefighter going up that ladder in that inferno for by himself? I'll tell you why. He don't need no help. He needs to do this alone. He got in the heat of the fire alone. There's plenty of people to help him, but he's got to do it alone. Why? Well, I bet you he's just like, I got to go. Maybe it's always an excuse card, too. It's always an emergency. I got to go. I got to go right now. I'll explain it later. And somebody, it's all leads to sorrow. That's what all this is. Whoever this person is, this person hides behind like the Lord's light and shit. You know what I mean? This person, he's out late at night, or she's out late at night. Oh my God. It never gets, dude. Okay, so you have the sorrow card, which is just like, it's another third-party energy card this person has caused. a lot of pain already. I can tell you right now. Whoever's resonating with this person has already caused you a great deal of trouble. And it's cruel trouble. You know, this could relate to dark NLP. And the NLP, is all about what's going on here. It's cruel. Cruelty. Look at that little toy down there. All mangled and disformed. Because people that do this type of stuff to other people, it's just absolutely asinine. Why do you feel entitled to go and trick somebody into loving you? Something that you're not. Bastard, blasphemy. Oh. Catch a hobby, people. More messages. More messages about this scenario. Okay, not too many. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. So while you've been going to the gym trying to get better healthy wise, this mofo is busy smoking rocks, being a freaking slave, not slave, but being a freaking a homeless, a slave to the streets is what this guy is, smoking rocks. Well, meanwhile, you're sitting here trying to make it work. Team player. And it's cruel and unusual punishment. I mean, what else do we got? Oh my God. This person is ruining you, dude. Or is going to ruin you. Leave you in the ruins. Oh. Because you struggle with inner happiness. You know what inner happiness is, or maybe you don't know what inner happiness is, or maybe this person just doesn't know that they need to be themselves. They need it, and you don't have time for this. This is ridiculous. You're asking for ruin. And I know you want that foundation. You're so desperately wanting it. But this is the wrong one, yo. It's the wrong one. The game player. Oh, God, I feel bad for the person that has to deal with this son of a bitch. God. It doesn't look good, folks. I'm going to shuffle two more times, and I'm going to, whoa, snap. This person comes off like they're very homey, though. Like, cooks meals, cleans. Wow. Be careful, y'all. Legal troubles, legal battles could be coming your way. Set a strong foundation for whatever the hell you're doing, because I can tell you, you might need to get some defense for whatever you're going through. They might, fresh divorce. What else you need? You need an attorney for all kinds of things. I can tell you're worried about it. This is a concern for you. Worried. It was a dream. It's kind of fading away. I just can't even believe some people. All right, you guys. We're going to run another spread here in just a few minutes. We're going to finish this up, run another spread on who we think should be accountable. I'll be mustering up some ideas. Join me after these messages.
I've known them. I've known him and his wife for a few years now, and I just think the world of them.
Having Timothy Savage.
Yeah, I've always known you to be business people. And
niggas like, man, your daughter's out of town with Rob. I said, Robert. I said, how long y'all been knowing about this and didn't tell me about this, son? Not one time did he mention that my daughter got a number from R. Kelly.
Let's pause it right there, man, because that's round in my head.
This is a lot to unpack.
Why did you feel that he needed prayer?
Tell him the facts always stand.
Yeah.
I know my motives. The FBI knew my motives because they actually question us right in front of my attorney's office.
Is there anything you want to say to your daughter?
Yeah. One thing I want to say to my daughter, I love you.
'64 boy.
Scratch.
Dressing the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture.
Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall.
And P Stock here, you know, for addressing the culture. It's that time.
Oh boy! Back! J11. Your person, they are a naughty little boy or girl, looking like a lump of coal in their stocking this year. So, I'm going to run a couple of cards, give you a couple of messages here. What should you do? That's the next question. What should you do? Whoa! Focus on your work. Focus on your money, y'all. Okay? Start focusing on your money. Especially if this is a living situation. Keep yourself busy. Keep yourself busy. Focus on your money. Start stashing money away they don't know about. You could start to have already put walls up against this person because of because you're just annoyed with it. The thing is your walls, these walls that you put up aren't solving the problem. If you really want to get a good night's sleep, okay, you want peace of mind. You know that you've been stabbed in the back already. Accept it. Be strong through this, okay? Be strong. Because the ending is nigh. The Tower. It's happening no matter what, y'all. It's happening. Be prepared. If this is your story, if you got some people that you know, dude, there's red flags left and right, dude. This is a freaking red flag factory. You know it, damn it. You need to accept it. You need to know this is going to end. Are you going to let yourself suffer? Or are you going to learn a lesson and have some self-respect and realize it's okay? Learn from the lesson. Be grateful for the lesson. That person was there to teach you to love yourself more. You need to love yourself more, people. It's so important. I can't tell you how important self-love is, okay? I cannot tell you and express you every single day, 1 hour a day. You focus on what you love to do. That doesn't include work or another person. A hobby. Just for you. That's your reading today for your person and the advice. keep an eye out. And wait for next week. We're going to get into it even deeper. And so guess what now? This is going to be exciting, y'all, because a dear friend of mine and a client came to me needing some help, needing some advice. And as I spoke about my practice in neurolinguistics programming, this special individual has said, you know what? I think I'm going to give it a try. It seems a bit taboo, but I think I can feel what you're saying. I think I resonate with your words. And I think I'd like to give this a try. And in just such a short amount of time, he's seen immediate results. Immediate. So we're here today to announce my good friend and my client, who I'm so honored that he chose me to help him work and raise his vibrations in this world that just needs more of that. Please welcome, without further ado, Mr. Israel, otherwise known as Dozier. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm so good. I'm so good, bro. I'm so good. Thank you for joining us on J111 Power Hour tonight. I've been really excited to have you on the show tonight.
Yeah.
Man, tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
Well, since I met you, things have been going pretty good for me. Like, especially with everything you've been showing me and all the knowledge and stuff, and just the whole positivity and being anchored into my life. It's just been helping me out a lot. So I want to thank you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, no, the thank you all goes to you, my friend, for taking that leap and having some faith in something that, that it takes a lot of courage, bro, to step up. Because part of it, man, is you gotta let ego go to the side and really, you gotta be okay with taking a slice of humble pie sometimes, man, and realize you want to get better.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to do better, and that part of that is being accountable, and part of that is being okay with letting somebody else kind of take charge of your mental and physical well-being, and really like letting giving all your trust and faith into somebody, man. I mean, that takes a lot of courage.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been kind of doing a little bit of research myself before I even met you. I was doing a little bit of research, but then kind of like when I crossed paths with you, though, it just like made it like more concrete, set in stone, on a professional level, anyways. And so like I kind of already started that process, but like you just finished the finish line for me. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I love it. I love it, man. Well, how about, can you give us a little background on how you ended up meeting me, and like where and really kind of like just a little bit of background so that the audience can know like what your story is, man.
Well, I come from a rough childhood. You know what I'm saying? I grew up not having the most best father figures in my life, and my mother. You know what I mean? But thank God for my grandparents. They're really good, strong people. They raised me right and taught me what I know today. And all my mom's brothers were pretty much like the dad that I didn't have, and just filled in them shoes for, you know what I mean? Because I never really knew my pops growing up, but I knew who he was, but I didn't, and just some complications with him and my mom, and you know how that goes.
Right.
But other than that, I was born in Los Angeles, California. Moved out here in Salt Lake City. You know what I'm saying? Come from a family of, we're all from Southern California, and it's just, you know how that goes in California, And
it's a much different lifestyle in LA, much where really, hey, the law don't really control the streets out there.
Yeah, I know. And it's way different out here. It's more peaceful, but you find your ruckus out here as well. It's crazy everywhere you go, actually.
You know what? If you want trouble anywhere, you can find it.
Yeah, you just gotta be, you just gotta have a good, positive outlook on anything, really.
Well, and like trouble, because life is like I said, the law of attraction. Well, it's not really the law of attraction. It's really the law of radiation, and it's because first there's a word, then that word becomes a thought, That thought becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration then radiates from you and attracts.
It's like a ripple effect.
That's right. And so everything and everyone in your life is radiated and been attracted towards you. And they say you are a culmination of the 5 people that you spend the most time in your life. That makes up who you are and what you are. And let's say you hang out with millionaires, you become one.
Yep, that's true.
Hang out with other types of people, you become part of that group. And it's up to you to raise your vibrations.
That's also saying going like how they say you're product of your environment, who you hang around with. You know what I'm saying?
That's correct. But isn't it interesting how sometimes we feel like we owe these people, or we're like, we don't want to leave them behind. But it's that tough choice sometimes that we have to leave some people behind because we need to raise our vibrations to up level in this planet.
Yep.
So, my friend, when you first came to me and we started talking, because we started talking about, first primarily started talking about hip hop and rapping.
Yep.
And actually, I mean, I can't wait to get on track with you, bro. I can't wait. Like, I mean, when I heard you rapping the other day, I was like, oh, look at this boy go, man. Oh.
Yeah. As sooner or later, it's gonna happen. You know, it's just can't rush that kind of thing.
Yo, man, actually, we got spoken word tonight. We can read too, man. I'd love to read our spoken word on.
Yeah, I got a piece that I wrote right here. As a matter of fact, it was one of the little assignments you made me do. It's the communication piece. That's the one that I got right here, right in front of me.
Well, we'll do that here coming up after some messages and everything, and I can't wait because that's something on communication that both of us see. We decided during our sessions that we thought it would be what a cool idea, because both of us love creative writing. We both love to flow in hip hop, and I was like, you know what? We ought to do every single time we meet, we're going to do a spoken word. And spoken words are just kind of in the middle of poetry and rap. And we both decided we're going to pick a topic and read it to each other when the next session. And so we thought, what a cool thing to do tonight is read our spoken word on communication. The most important thing. Communication, which I'm my passion is communication. So, my friend, when you came, you saw me, and we just met up by chance, and we started talking about some of the things I do, and we started. I did a tarot card read for you that day, didn't I? That's what jumped us into everything.
Yes, that tarot reading was like so on point. It gave me chills, man. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy on point. I was really impressed. That's what really made me like, oh, this guy's for real, man. Because that reading was just like, damn, like it was kind of crazy.
So keep talking about your feelings. I'm gonna pull a few cards for you here if you don't mind. I'm gonna just get it ready. But keep talking about your experience that night.
That night was I gotta say it was it's pretty magical, actually. You know what I mean? Like when I met you, it was just really good chemistry. I felt really good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like just nothing bad in the air at all. It was just one of the moments when you meet somebody real like that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like to the core, and like that, and, real recognize real. So that's why we connected. You feel me?
I felt that exact same way, bro. And when I knew. First off, like how like when you just get along with somebody, and I felt like we both wanted to express so much of ourselves, and I couldn't even get it out fast enough. We couldn't, because it's so neat when you meet somebody that you feel like you've known your whole life, and you're going to be around for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, I absolutely just thoroughly enjoy spending time with you. And that's why I was like, man, I need to have you on the Power Hour because I thought, man, because our sessions, man, we get shit done.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull some cards here in a second. So what? Tell me what your experience is in one of these NLP trainings that I've done, and one of the experiences. Give the audience here a window into your experience with NLP and working with me directly.
Well, it's a real relaxing experience, and it's kind of like a time machine. You know what I'm saying? Because you go back to the scene of whatever that you went through that's making you are the way you are today, and like go back in that time machine, and you're just kind of like listening to the narrator and just following, following directions pretty much.
And what were some of the things that you took from that meeting?
Some of the things that I took from that is and what I tell people now about the experience, and when I try to school them on what you schooled me up on, is that I ask them, what do you learn from that? What did you learn?
Because the
learning is what's going to make you realize, and acknowledge your behavior. You got to learn from it, because if not, you're going to keep repeating the same cycle.
Right. Well, so that was when we did timeline therapy. Yep. So here's the timeline therapy goes. Here's an event that negatively is affecting your life, that you're having a really hard time letting go. Really, and we create the timeline, and through Miles hypnosis and we go back to that place, and without drugs, without pain and suffering, through reliving the event, we focus on the learnings. What did you learn from that event? And we cycle what the learnings are over and over and over until the 5 major groups of negative emotions are gone. Because here's the thing, in metaphysics, the only real emotion that exists is love. All the negative emotions that exist are only temporary and should only be temporary for a certain amount of time.
Right.
After that, you choose to live in that negativity, and you don't realize it.
Dwell in it.
You dwell in it, and you don't know how to truly let it go. So what I do is we go in and we anchor in to the event what you've learned from the event. And what happens is through that anchoring, it anchors in self-love, because when you learn lessons about yourself, you are giving yourself self-love when you learn lessons and you grow. So now what has become of the event, anchored in memories of the learnings, which is self-love, which are real emotions and not illusions that you're choosing to live in. Now you look at, when you think of the situation and the event, you look at it as a positive almost. You're like, dude, I grew so much from that event. I learned so much, and I wouldn't be the dynamic individual that I am today if that event wouldn't have happened to me. And the emotions of, tell me the experience you had after.
Basically, like, it really helped me realize all the experiences that I'm going through, that I've been through, just basically schooling me up and prepping me for when I ever encounter this situation again. I know how to handle it, and I learned to, like, really not sweat the small shit, and just, like, learn to let things go, learn to pick your battles, and just, you know what I'm saying, just, you gotta
and to thinking of the learnings, remember when I said, I think, what emotion do we start with? Do we start with anger?
Yep, think so.
Yeah, and I said, do you see anger? Do you feel it? Remember, and you were like, yes. I'm like, okay, back up above the timeline, before the event, before all the events that led to the event. Can't start telling me, what did you learn? And you're like, I learned this, I learned this, I learned this. Now, look through it, dead straight ahead, back to the now. Do you see anger? And you're like, no.
Yeah, and I remember, and I think one person has to, like, maybe do, because I know at the time of the session that I might not see anger, But I think there has to be another session and another session to reassure that answer, you know, to make sure that there's no more anger.
Now, let me ask you right now. Okay, let's do this right here. We'll do it live right now. Now, here we are sitting in the now. Clear your mind, clear your thoughts. I want you to raise above the timeline. Float above your timeline, right above the now. And keep floating up and up and up. And then I want you to look back into time. And I want you to go slowly forward, and we go move slowly back into time till you can see the event. The event where you're still feeling any residuals. Can you tell me when you see the event?
Yeah, I can see it.
Now I want you to fly right over the top of the event. And then I want you to fly back behind before the event before the event, the events that led up to the major event. And I want you to go way back before that and tell me when you're there.
I'm there right now.
Turn around and peering above the event, but before the event. Do you see, feel, taste, touch, or hear anger in any way?
I don't. I just don't.
That's because it doesn't exist. It's an illusion. So I want you to fly right down above the event and back into the event, right in the middle of the event. I want you to be in the event for the final check. And I want you to stand there in the event. And can you feel, taste, touch, hear, or see anger?
I don't.
Now I want you to raise all the way above the event. Realize it's gone. It was never there. It's gone. Come all the way back to the now. When you get to the now, I want you to go into the foreseeable future. Many decades from now. Tell me when you're there.
There now.
And I want you to turn around. And I want you to look back all the way back until the time that you were born. And if that emotion of anger ever really existed at all, falsely existed, can you see it at all? Can you see, feel, hear, touch, taste anger in any way according to this event that happened?
Nope.
All you can see is the learnings, because anger's gone. It was never there. It disappeared. All you can feel, see, taste, touch is the learnings, the lessons. As you start, I want you to come back to the now. Through your timeline, come right back to the now. Now you're above yourself in the now. I want you to come back to your chair, to the now, and feel yourself. And wake up. 3, 2, 1. I want you to tell me what. Can you taste a cup of coffee? Can you smell a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Now, looking back at the event from where you are now, can you feel, hear, taste, touch, or see any anger at all? Or did it just disappear?
Nope.
It's gone.
Been gone.
Been gone. So there it is. There's an example of timeline therapy. Because when you came in, you were still suffering from negative emotion.
Yep.
Still suffering. We're going to come back and take a little break. After the break, we're going to sit and talk about energy, how it attracts, how NLP can help, how profound it is. I've got tarot cards pulled. Let's look into it and see how this story unfolds. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. after these messages.
What's going on with you, Jay? How you
It's
doing?
our first episode, and I got my drink ready to go.
You know what I mean? Jane, those numbers, man, going crazy.
I'm just really proud of it. I'm getting a lot of good, great feedback.
So when I was in the group Dream, I was a teenager. We were surrounded by a lot of toxicity. So
I'll help. You don't have to explain as to why you didn't do or why you didn't do this or why you didn't do that.
And it was because of my husband standing there as my pillar of strength. That would be, the ultimate is to have my life back.
All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make that right connection. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confessions. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections.
All right, we're back. And with my friend, we call him Doja. Now, this guy is just such an amazing man. He has been through trials and tribulations that he's expressed to me on levels that takes one courageous soul. One courageous soul. To decide he wants to get better. He wants to raise his vibrations out there on the planet. You remember what I told you, Doja? What is important? How do you get value?
Gotta give value.
You got to give value first to get value.
Yep.
Here we go. Now, for Doja's tarot card reading, this is the thing. Doja, what's going on with you, man? I still see there's a battle within.
Yeah, there is.
There's still a battle within.
The battle's never ending, you know?
The battle does end. I think you're tired. You're tired. Honestly, I feel like you're a little worried.
A little bit.
I think you're a little concerned. You know, sometimes I feel like, hey, you know what? You know what? You're trying to create a new foundation for yourself. You're trying to, and you're battling with, you're still battling within. It's almost like you play mind games with yourself. Like you know, it's like the battle plays games with your head. It's and you know what, dude? We're turning that ninth inning. You're ready to take a leap of faith, man. You've taken the leap, but you're ready to go farther. You're like, man, I am so ready for this profound, I'm ready for this foundation. You're ready for, you want some real love in your life. You're looking for a real partner.
To be honest, I'm not really like looking for none of that. Like, I'm just focusing on me right now, honestly.
Maybe that card, because the love card came up, and maybe the love card's focused on self-love. Maybe that's what that's talking about. Doesn't have to do, because you're looking, see, as the foundation card comes up right there, right, because the brand new beginning card comes right up. Your wish, there's the star right on top of it. That's the wish. And it goes over the love card. I think the love card self-love is what I think. I think
that sounds definitely more like it.
Yeah, because you don't want a love that's based on pure passion, right? You want when this comes around, that's not what you're looking for. You want something real. You don't need somebody in your life barking orders at you, especially right now. See how it built down. You're like, no, I don't need none of that. You need to create a foundation for yourself. Based on where you have control of your heart, your mind, your body. And you'll find love and happiness somewhere down the line. But it really is. This is a tale. This is a journey of self-love. First and foremost, and being focused on yourself. I'm so proud of you. Ha! And I'm going to end it here because if you do that, there's success, dude. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. So I want to get into a little topic today that you and I were talking about. We're talking about energy.
Yeah.
And how energy works. And you were bringing up some great points the other day, man. Real great point. Tell me what your thoughts were according to what we were talking about the other day. And I just thought it was just really cool, man, how you get into it.
So can you say that one more time? I was
So okay, so like we were talking about energy, and you had brought us some really interesting points, and about energy and free flowing energy, and the way energy movement works, positive energy, things of that nature. We were talking about. We got into a really cool conversation about that, and I figured let's keep going with it.
Well, energy. I mean, energy is just like it's everywhere, man. You just gotta you really just gotta open up your mind to it and just kind of just grab it, soak it up, really, because it's everywhere. But there's negative energy, there's positive energy, but you know what I mean? It's just like you said, the laws of attraction, man. It's whatever you throw out there, it comes back twice as hard, you know?
Could you say you can manipulate energy?
Manipulate energy? You definitely can manipulate energy. You could turn positives into negatives all day.
Now, how do you change a positive to a negative?
You learn from your experiences, from a negative experience that you went through. It ain't a negative experience if you learn from it, because you're taking what you learn from it and you know what to do next time. So you got to look at it as turn a negative into a positive. You know, the cup is half empty or the cup is half full.
Bingo! You know what? And just give me your version of what that means to you.
Basically, it's like what goes around comes around, you know? You know, people that are hurt, they hurt people, you know? People that are healed, they heal people. I mean, it's just like misery loves company. Laws of attraction type shit, they attract their own kind, you know? And
well,
just
let me give a deeper meaning to the cup is half empty and half full. If you look at life as the cup is half empty, you're constantly living in misery. Nothing is adding up. Nothing is what it should be. You're always in a victim mode. Woe is me. Well, it's not going to be like this. I probably won't. This won't be like that. And blah, 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 blah. The cup is half empty. When you're looking at things that the cup is half full, you're always looking at the bright side of life, no matter what. No matter what. Even in the worst case scenarios, you got to pull the good out of it. You see, you know what, man? Well, at least I got this. At least I got that. At least I got my friends. You're always, then when you shift your mind into the cup is half full, then you can live in pure happiness. Because if the cup is half empty, you're living in misery all the time. The cup is half full. I could have a bottle cap. I'll spit in that damn thing. There's my cup, half full. At least I got a bottle cap. I still got a cup. What do you got? Half a cup? An empty cup?
Grandmaster Graciela Casilla, former world champion.
Thank you again for allowing me back.
The best fighter of the tournament, the second world championship.
A bad and there's a good. Nobody can tell how our age right now.
Grandmaster Aladino on Mortal Kombat. That was a Deco Capoeira display of fight. Thank you, Big Wall, and thank you, P-Stock.
But anyone can challenge me. I'm ready.
Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture.
Everybody, my good friend and I, Israel, we prepared a special spoken word. As I said earlier, that we choose a topic every week, and then we write a spoken word to it. And we thought it'd be really cool to air our spoken word. And our topic is communication, my favorite subject.
All right, this communication. Communication is a key factor of life. Read between the lines. Communicate with my body. Get on my frequency and vibes. It's all about balance, good and bad, ups and downs, like a roller coaster ride. As pieces fall into place, we set the playing fields, earthquakes and landslides. Communication with the world through the audience and platforms and networks. Like a system of systems, we pave the path for successful net worths. Headstrong like a flex sport. In it for the long run, no need to cut the sex short. Battle of the sexes make you sweat more. Two opposing sides trying to find communications through the hex sport. Blessed with these spiritual awakenings, because these miracles stay making me. Exercising my mind, body, and soul, that's something you can't take from me. Embracing the inner ways of me. Because the pain I've felt, the pain I've seen, it's hard to break through, but you gotta wait. Move patiently, just wait and see. Communication's key. Communications with myself. Better self-communications, better communications with my health. Came from the dirt with stains on my shirt. I rise like the sun, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, but I'm rising back to stealth. So tell me, what do you see in thee? Better yet, tell me what you see in me. We can go back and forth like ping pong, but ain't no we and me. I chased in dreams, embraced the team, but only one on my team is me. Have a slice of this humble pie. And take a drink of this humble tea. Master your communications, communicate to your destiny. Do what you gotta do, be who you're destined to be. Remember, communication is key. That's what communication means to me.
So here we go. Let's talk. What does that really mean? Does it mean that you can see, hear, and define the meaning of the words that I am speaking? Let's talk. Let me see. How can I say this in a way so that it doesn't come off mean? This is starting to become troubling. Is it just me? Am I the one who needs to wake up to reality? Is it my own arrogance that blocks the correct messages from entering into my head? I'd like to think that what I've said and the way I've expressed it did not come off big-headed. The things that I have said comes from knowledge that I fed my mind with what I've read. I speak with confidence. I'm passionate, and I can see how people would take it as cocky and arrogant, but I can promise you, thinking that is the last thing that I want you to do. This is all I can handle, all I can bite off or chew. I feel like a loser, a newbie. I'm throwing in the talent. I'm done. Yes, I'm over it. I'm through trying to communicate with you. This feud has fueled this rudeness, a bad attitude, but I refuse to cut this one loose. I feel like loosening the noose. No more excuses. Tension can loosen like music. Stop throwing hands all around, conducting like symphony music. I feel muted. It's become verbally abusive. The words been said intrusive, left beaten with bruises. I'm wanting to say something soothing, like how my world lights up with the glow of your beauty. Let's talk. Let's get all of our thoughts on this board with this chalk. Take the time to honor each other, listen, hear one another, and a specific mission uncover the factors that matter. Normally scattered and shattered, buried in the very back mind's at it. No need for attacks, just mindful and proactive, and just know that we can all panic and become overreactive. Most can solve sadness with some love and a little laugh. The facts are there's different approaches given in small doses, I've noticed. So a toast to the new approach, a new belief that finally there is some relief. Let's talk. You may be shocked. It could rock the cores of foundations, communication at the core of this presentation, at the core of your belief. there is desire to see and believe that with the right communication, it sets the proper foundation for a loving creation, solid stones setting like masons with loving preservation in jars that are masons. Let's face it, separated, we hate it. I can't take it without you. I'm lost and I'm naked. I can't contemplate the day. I can't paint it. Why would I if I can learn how to best communicate it? Let's talk. I'm not talking about just shrugging our feelings off. I'm not getting caught in toxic. I'm shutting that off. What's wrong with that is there's no honor at all. What's wrong is this most arguments is that neither side gets to see where the other is coming from. The problem that escalates doesn't resonate, results in both sides reacting in pain. This example is the basic factors that create the ingredients for all man-made disasters. Could it be that all war is a big misunderstanding? Maybe if we could, we should have a good look at where the other is standing. Instead of being demanding, try and have a better understanding and being aware of your acting before overreacting about something in which you have no understanding. Let's talk. What does that really mean? It sure doesn't mean speaking demeaning words, hurting people's feelings. It means taking in consideration that communication brings revelations that when here sets respectful foundations for future positive relations. Let's talk. What does that really mean? To me, it means that speaking is less important than really hearing and listening, so I know what they really mean, because communicating the right way is more than what it seems. Let's talk. I'll be back with Corina for real and her segment after these messages.
Tune in, man.
Yeah. To conclude, JESS Power Hour today, I'm introducing a new little segment. My girl, the realest of the real, Corina, for real. Man, this girl is so real. I mean, she just gives it raw and she gives it right. This girl stands up for what she believes in. So this is the Corina for real. The realest of the real, I tell her. She hits a home run. She hits the grand slam. I call her Babe Ruth. Corina!
Hi.
The realest Corina. I can't wait to hear what you got to tell the culture today.
So,
keeping it real with Corina. What you got here today?
Well, I'm in the kitchen cooking, Jay.
I love it.
Well, like, I just been curious lately, like, how many, like this generation, how many women are really, really domesticated, like who actually still cooks and actually still cleans, or has dinner done by 6. I know I don't have dinner done by 6. It's like past that time.
I love that idea, Corina. This is so great, so great. So I'm gonna leave it up to you from here. Let's see what you got. Tell the culture right now, honey. Tell the culture. Do it.
No, you can't leave me like that.
I'm gonna be right here.
So I'm kind of lost for words right now. So I'm cooking some spaghetti and garlic bread. I'm doing my own garlic bread, just my mom used to have dinner on the table by 6 o'clock. Our beds had to be made by 7 o'clock. she was really domesticated. She was wifey, you know. But nowadays, I feel like even wifeys ain't domesticated. They ain't trying to have dinner on the table, or they're going out to eat Taco Bell or McDonald's or something. Am I correct?
You know, I think that's very true. I've seen a lot of families, seen a lot, and you know, where fast food has taken the dinner table, and I think that there's something that a home cooked meal is. I think that, you know, even by yourself, or you know, just if it's to you, is necessary to create the home. And so, Corina, what do you appreciate about the home? What, you know, I personally know that, you know, I had a good design of the house, and when you came in, you know, it was beautiful, you know, the way I designed. But when you came in, there is nothing like a woman's touch in the home. There's nothing like it, you know. And you know, I tell you what, I'm a chef. I'm a chef, and don't touch my kitchen. Don't touch it. You touched my kitchen.
I did.
You touched my kitchen, and you know what? I 98% of the time, boy, that might have got you the 3rd degree. But you fell in that 2%. And here I gotta say, not only did I like the kitchen set up the way you did it better, but it was set up smarter than the way I had it, and more efficient, and more room. And I just couldn't believe that you had set it up better than I did. So kudos to you for making the kitchen, because that's one of my favorite places in the house is the kitchen.
Yes, it is.
And
y'all know that.
Yeah, you know, and I just love the kitchen. And so, along with the rest of the house, you know, you've really put such a beautiful touch to it. And I myself, as a man, I know, and I appreciate it. I just love your touch in the house. It's really completed, you know, my sense of the home. So tell us some more about your feelings that have to do with what you've seen on how some of the families are not seeing some of these home cooked traditions.
Well, Jay, so I was talking to my dad just now, and I was asking questions. You know, I'm like, Dad, help me out. Like, you know, I need to talk about this. And he said, you know what? A woman does not exactly belong in the kitchen. You know, if you're a couple and you love that person, you will be in that kitchen. You will do the cooking and the cleaning with no problems, no remarks, no nothing. You know, you just do it because you love it, because you love being around that person. You love doing good for that person. You mean? So women, we're not saying that you have to be doing this, and we're not saying that's a woman's how do you say it? Like her that's supposed to be her life. No, what I'm trying to say is, you know, you should teach your kids how to like have, you know, sit at the dinner table. You know, because it's structure. It actually helps build a kid's character, structure, and not get in trouble.
I'd like to comment on, you know, a woman's place is not in the kitchen. Now, I think that we need to get rid of the word place. Why does it have to be a woman's place is in the kitchen? You know what? Women are nurturers. That's just how it is. I mean, I don't care. Every little boy wants their mommy. Every little boy wants their mom. And you know what? There's nothing wrong. I enjoy being cuddled and loved on by my woman, and I am a full-blown man, and there's a priceless feeling to have the comfort of a woman. So I don't think there should be a place, because I love the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen. I love cooking. But there's nothing quite like a woman's touch to a meal, because women are just natural nurturers. So I think that we need to get rid of this whole placement thing. Like, it has something to do with, like, a woman belongs in the kitchen, a man belongs to getting bread and butter, and she needs. You know, it's just like it's like a like they're beneath the man. It's just I say we get rid of that.
Yeah, well, so no, what my dad meant by that was, so I asked my dad, like, pretty much, like, I'm like, talking about domestication. His thing is philosophy. You mean he loves philosophy?
Yeah.
And he was telling me that pretty much, like, a woman's touch is only done when she cares. You know, like, if she's not really interested or caring about the man or the home, or you know what I mean, it's not going to be done right.
Well, you know, what I really think, I don't think, you know, what it really boils down to is inner happiness. I mean, whether I think that caring about the man or the house comes secondary. If a woman's not happy with herself in general, I don't think she's going to care about anything, really. I mean, you know, I think that, like, a woman needs to first care about who she is and love who she is, and then she's going to find a lot of that. I mean, hey, I love cleaning. I don't care. I love to clean. I think it's very therapeutic, and you know, I just like it. I love to cook and clean. You know, for me, I don't care. People can say whatever they want and put some stigma on it. I don't care what people think.
You know what I come to realize, or actually come to, like, actually see. You know, so a woman can be so beautiful. You mean so beautiful, even her personality. You know. So it's always like a 10-10, you know what I mean? And then you go to her apartment or her house, and it's filthy. Like, I mean, like, the kitchen's kind of dirty right now, but I'm cleaning it. But it's filthy. Like, you know, it's kind of a turnoff, I think, for guys. You mean, they're like, dang, all that beauty and then this? You mean, like, no, I can't do it, you know?
Well, you know, in the program that I started developing, and that now you're assisting me in how to find, attract, and keep a high level individual. Becoming a high level individual, part of that, it's the entire it's becoming a high value individual. You first have to become a high value individual to attract a high value individual. And part of that is the whole thing about your house. You can't find, if you're a high value man and you meet a high value, what you think is a high value woman, and she is to the nines, dressed to the nines, she's polite, she's amazing. You go back to her house and there's like laundry on the floor, the like pictures are crooked, there's corner stuff, nothing's really organized. She's got leftovers in her fridge and it's just dirty. I'm going to tell you, that's going to be a one-night stand for me.
Sorry, I'm putting stuff away.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Still
I don't find high value. I don't care. I don't find high value in that at all.
Yeah, there really isn't, like, so, I don't like a dirty house. I don't like a dirty, you already know that. Like, I try to keep it clean, the area. Sometimes I can be cluttered. Sometimes I can cause a clutter in seconds. I mean, I empty my purse. I just make a big old mess on the bed, and then it's like time to go to bed. I'm like, ugh. So I throw it all on the floor, and then I have to clean up in the morning, you know. But it gets done, you know. Like I can't live in a dirty house, you know. We like to have our bed made when we get out of it, you know, like have it made by the time we shower and stuff, you know. That helps us feel good, you know. But this generation of women, though, I feel like they're not seeing or I guess knowing how to be domesticated, you know. Most of them just probably know how to be like whatever, you know. Like, I don't think their moms taught them, you know, because it was a generation before that. But my mom, she was very domesticated. She had, like I said, she had dinner done by 6. She had her house was completely clean. Like, she was really domesticated. She was kind of like a warden. She had to scrub the stairs with toothbrushes sometimes.
Well, I tell you, you know. And this is the thing: you don't have to have a lot of money. You just have to have. You know, your place needs to be kept well. You need to look good. And you know, it's just simple. The way to cleanliness is not a lot of clutter. Clutter is what breeds it not only is it all over the place, and it creates a sense of chaos, and you don't know where anything is, but it doesn't motivate you to get up and clean. So it's like you really need to get good at a purge and just get rid of stuff you don't use and just be good at that. And for everything else, everything that you do know that you use, it needs to have a home. Everything needs to have a home in life, and so you can take that thing and put it away. Everything has a place. I swear I sleep better at night, knowing that everything on all my stuff has its home and its place, and I know where it is. Everything I know where it is.
Actually, you do sleep better.
You actually sleep better. It means that you're more complete as a person. You're more complete.
Like right now, when I was cooking, you know, like I swear there should not be dishes in the sink right now. I've just been kind of running around, so like I was actually trying to have the kitchen clean, but it's not there yet.
Well, that's all right. You know what, Karina? It's about progress. It's never about perfection, people. Never about perfection. So, what would you like to say to the audience? We're going to wrap this up tonight for a great 111 J111 Power Hour. We're going to wrap it up. Karina, do you got anything to say? Anybody that might be profound, might be of interest, might help people out?
Women, being domesticated is not a bad thing. You know, it actually shows good faith. It actually shows that you're a good woman. It actually shows you're a woman yourself. You know, like it makes you feel more womanly. You know, so just get to cooking and cleaning and having your career. It works out.
I think what Karina is saying is embrace your feminine. It's okay, dude. It's okay. Embrace it. Love it. Love it. And you men out there, appreciate a good woman. Damn it. Because you know what, man? Like, I'll tell you what. You guys that don't appreciate good women, it's just, it's really, it's sad. It's just sad. I don't want, you know, it's just because, you know, it's hard to find, good people out there. Hard to find good men. Hard to find good women. People that will be honest, true, loyal, good cooks. They're okay with staying in at night. Got the same vision, same dream. My friend.
All right, Jay, so I'm out for the night.
Okay, thank you, Karina.
Adios.
Thank you, Karina.
Bye.
Karina for Realest in the Kitchen, telling it how it is for the domesticated type. As my conclusion tonight, people. Here's the thing. One can change one's entire reality by changing the way you perceive it. One can change one's entire reality by the way you look at things. The cup is half full. I am the master of my fate, the captain of my soul. Think about that. You get value when you give value. Get out there, compliment people. I don't care who it is, compliment them. Nice shoes, bro. Nice hat, Jack. I like the look of that shirt there, Paul. Hey, Jamie, I like your hair today. You look nice. Those words can go so far. It's the simple things in life, people, that really do mean the most. Think about that. Ingest it. This is J111. For the Power Hour concluding, I can't wait to see you guys next week. I can have tarot card readings, one-on-one if you like that, NLP training with me personally. You can connect with me right here on YouTube. Whatever you'd like to do, I want to help. I'm here to make a better world. Join me. We'll see you next week. J111 Power Hour. I'm signing out.
Fearless. She's fearless. She's not only a silence breaker, she's an author 2 times. She's funny as hell, and she's just a real one.
There was a part of the story when I talked about coming back from Dallas, him picking me up from the airport, and how he beat me in the back seat of the vehicle. And in the headline on one of the blogs, it's very popular, I'm not going to name, it said, R. Kelly ex-girlfriend says that he kicked her in the back seat of his car and said, bitch, stay out of my business.
Okay, so I'm a girl, so I'm going to ask a girl question.
All right.
What are you looking for in a partner? First thing that comes to your mind.
First thing that came to my mind, girth.
You are listening to the Power Hour. You are listening to the Power Hour.